Okay, so let's talk about this. I don't know if anybody else is going to pop on, but I'm going to take this and I will be able to put it into the admin group. So everybody can watch it and then they can ask questions or whatever. So I know that I put the link. First of all, thank you guys. Thank you. I wish I had only, well, I didn't even come up with this idea. I stole this idea, quite honestly, from another group that I was invited into, and not until last October. I wish I had known or really kind of thought about it at the beginning of COVID, like in March, because I know my business exploded because everybody all of a sudden wanted to get healthy, you know, with COVID. And I grew my business so much by social media. So I like the idea of this group with businesses, approved businesses. And I know I kind of sound like a jerk when I say that, but if we have 100 businesses in there and just posting randomly, I think it's just going to be more of, it's just going to be all salesy. So that's my thought process. And there's enough of those other groups where you know, people can do that, where they go in and they do, you know, you can post whatever. So the group that I'm in has over 2,000 people in it. I don't know the percentage. Most of them are shoppers, they're friends of people. So let's say right now we have, I think there's like a dozen businesses that I have quote approved. And the reason I said approved is because I'm trying to do a big variety, like a variety. Like I don't want to put Shannon 2 more travel agents in there. I don't want to put, you know what I mean? Like 3 pampered chef people. I don't want to, I'm trying to really be as diverse as I can, so you guys don't have much competition. And the people that are in the group, shoppers, have a lot of diversity, because it's going to get boring if it's the same, you know, products all the time and I just let everybody post. So I hope that makes sense. And then the other thing too is, since, you know, there's other groups that I'm in where to be able to post, you have to chart, you know, you have to pay. And I'm like, I'm not paying, you know, I'm just, I don't know. So I have no interest in charging for this. The startup of this is a little bit of work, but I think down the road, it's going to be, I'm hoping it's going to be great. I know the other group, from what the other businesses say, they get response, they get orders, you know, not only just during the event, but people go into that. Like somebody may not be interested in traveling right now, but in 6 months, they're going to be like, oh, that group, and they're going to look it up and they may, you know, go in there and look. So the idea is to have the businesses post, not everybody keeps saying once a week, like one business a week. It's not one a week. So if we have 12 businesses and we start next Monday, we would do, you know, let's just say I'm first, because I know some people wanted to see the structure of it. So I'll take Monday, Shannon takes Tuesday, Leslie, you take Wednesday, and then you can post as much as you want on your day. So whatever date that is, next Monday, the 24th, I can post. I had heard from the lady who organized the other group that the sweet spot was between 5 and 10 posts. But as I went through today and really looked at the group a little closer, I see some of these people that have 13 and, you know, up to 17 posts on their day. So I'll leave it up to you guys on how much you want to post. Somebody may want to put 1 or 2 posts. Somebody may want to put 15 posts. You know, if you've got enough stuff on, this is a post for cruises, this is a post for Europe, this is a post for the Caribbean, like, you know what I mean? Like, you know, your business, I don't. So just post what you think is going to get response. What I have also noticed is, you know, they do a lot, like a lot of them are doing some sort of giveaway individually. So I'm looking at the other Juice Plus person that's in there, and on a lot of her posts, she's trying to get people to engage in her post and comment. So she's saying, like, I'm trying to think which one, with the shake. So she'd say, you know, which one do you think you would like better, chocolate or vanilla? And she's trying to get people to answer. And so for everybody that comments, they get an entry into this drawing that she does at the end, and then she sends somebody a gift. So you guys can do whatever you want to try and get people engaged, you know, to participate, to contact you. I mean, it doesn't, you know, this is your business. So let me circle it back just a little bit again. So does it make sense that when I say, because I think this is one of the big confusion too, is everybody keeps thinking it's like one business a week. It's not one business a week, it's one business per day. And then you can post as much as you want that day. Now, let's say, you know, so then after your day is done, you're not allowed to post in there unless I put, you know, whatever it's called, Marketing Monday or a Business Saturday, like one of those other generic posts where anybody in the group, because we have other businesses in there, then they can post, anybody can post on that one. And it's just, a comment in that post, but you're not allowed to do any other posting in there. But if somebody, of course, if somebody comments on one of your posts or reaches out to you, of course you can, answer them and comment, because that's, business for you. So does that make sense?
Yes. I do have a question though. So you have 12 businesses so far. So that takes you through 12 days of the month. So what happens after that? Do we start over again with those 12 businesses, or?
I think we're going to do every other month, because I don't want people to get burnt out if they just start seeing the same businesses over and over again. You know what I mean? There's a lot of people, I know for me, I'm in a lot of groups and it becomes overwhelming. So I think that doing it too often.
I just have to leave and go back in.
Sorry, Leslie, can you mute yourself? Let me mute. Whoops. It's not letting me mute her. I don't know why. So I think that, no, we're going to give it, I think we're going to do I think they do once a quarter, but I'm thinking depending on the businesses, and I'm hoping to grow the businesses. That's the other thing right now, is I have other businesses interested, but I have also been kind of hardcore with some of the people that say they want to do this, but they haven't invited anybody in. And one of the most important things, guys, is the shoppers. Like, we need friends and family who, number one, understand what the group is. Just don't start inviting people into the group, clicking on, you can go down and start clicking to invite to the group, but if they don't know what it is and they don't know why you're inviting them, they're not going to accept, they're not going to know the purpose. So I did put that example message that I sent via Facebook Messenger to my friends, and majority of the people said yes. And I said, there's no obligation to buy anything, but you may find a business, that you're interested, that you never heard of before. Or maybe you were looking for, oh my gosh, I've been looking for somebody who does Norwex, you just never know. So I think every other month, and again, I'm hoping to actually grow the businesses up to 30, but I want to make sure it's the right businesses. I don't want to just grab 30 businesses to grab 30 businesses and just to have them. The other thing I have really tried to look for is our businesses that are conducive for, because I'm from Florida, so a lot of the people that I've invited into the group are from Florida. So we want to kind of make sure that, I invited one guy who does woodworking in Dahlonega. There is a pet sitting place, because there are enough people that I've invited from Georgia, but it is more of a benefit for people who have some type of virtual business, whether it can ship somewhere or the, travel agent, you can plan it from, or send them a website. I think those are the businesses that are going to get the best results. It's just easier. So trying to do this event every other month is the plan. Right now, I think I have about 15 people, but again, there's 3 or 4 that have not invited friends into the group. And so I don't think it's fair that if we've all invited friends into the group, that, they get to post. So I know that sounds a little tough, but that's how we're going to get the shoppers, because if it's just us in there, then now we got to try and shop from each other. And that's, that's a little tough. So we definitely want to make sure we have, everybody tries to get at least 25 people that have accepted in there. And that's the other thing, is I looked in there earlier and people have been invited, but there's over 200 people invited, but they have not accepted into the group. So if anybody has any people you've invited, if you can go into the invited members and scroll down and look, and then reach out to them with Facebook Messenger, or just send them another invite, that would be great.
Okay, so I have a question, because
Yes.
I did this so long ago and I am just not savvy. So how do so I'm going to join the group. So how do I invite people now? I go into Messenger, you said, and invite them? Because I really don't remember how I did it. I did it so long ago.
So if you go into the group, you're going to see an invite button, and you can invite people into that group. Do you know how to do, just like we were doing Facebook Messenger earlier?
Right.
You might want to reach out to those people and either just do a copy and paste is the quickest way, and just say, hey, I am a business in this group. And I put an example in the admin group that you can copy and change around.
So so the invite button is in the admin group. in
No,
that
you
particular?
don't want to invite to the admin group is for
No, it's
us,
the other
just the
group. Okay,
businesses.
okay.
So
So
the,
the
you're
invite
gonna,
button's in the other group.
correct. That's a great question. So the admin group has got about 17 people in there, 15 or something people in there, actually. And so because there's so few people, that's just the businesses. That's where we want to be able to communicate. That's where we're going to plan our events in the future. The other one, which has about, I don't even know, maybe 170 people, that's the one where you're going to invite the people to join.
Okay, so right now you've got about 170 shoppers that are in that other group.
I'm guessing that's what it
That's
is.
okay.
Yes. Mhm.
That's okay. And I'm just looking to see what you told me it was called. Yeah. Okay, I got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And if you need, I can send you the link.
No,
to that.
I got that.
Okay.
I've got it here. I just didn't, like I said, I didn't know what it was and I needed more information. We're good. I'm getting it.
Okay. And then the other thing that's important is in that, and I know it's a lot of little pieces. So once we get past the setting up of it all, it's going to be easy. Once we get to where we're just doing the events, I think it's going to get easy. The other thing, and I think most of you have done, Leslie, maybe not you, I didn't check, is I invited all of you to become an admin in that supporting small businesses group, the one we're inviting people to, because otherwise you're not allowed, I have it set up that you're not allowed to.
Daddy.
No.
No, sorry.
That's okay, Shannon, you can just mute. Yeah, there you go. So cute. So the only people that are going to be allowed to post are the people that are admins in that group. And those are some of the businesses. So somebody else may try to post. And then this is one of the things I've got to try and get, let you guys know, what's this bump on your ear, is, you know, you may see pending post and it needs approval. We want to make sure that that is an approved business and it's, you know, for their, well, actually, if it needs to be approved, it's somebody who isn't an approved business. So it wouldn't be approved. So I'm sorry, I've got a dog here that apparently needs some love. All right, what other questions do we have? Okay. I will also, a couple of the other things that I noticed from the other group that I think were good is trying to go live if you can. I think going live at least once, you know, maybe telling your story. So like, I probably will go live just to tell my Juice Plus story, you know, how I used to be so sick and I started Juice Plus, the, you know, pregnancy, the whole thing. And then adding a website to every single one of your posts, making sure that they can find you. I think that's going to be important because, you know, you don't want to have them scrolling to look for another post, and making sure your website so they can go look around if you've got one, or a Facebook page, either way. The giveaways. This is the other thing I think. I don't know whether we do this now because it seems like a lot to coordinate for the first time. I'm not sure. You guys tell me what you think, but the other group does where, and they have 40 businesses as of December anyway. They have 40 businesses, and if anybody purchases from any of those businesses, then they get put into a drawing to win a gift from every single one of those businesses. Now, Shannon, like, I don't know if there's anything you could give away. Do you know what I mean? So,
well, usually when I have to do giveaways for like bridal shows and things like that, I usually would do something that's travel themed, like maybe, you know, a little basket that's got some beach towels and, you know, slip clips to, you know, put your beach towels on, or Yeti cups or something like that. Like I can find something that's tangible.
Yeah. And I don't think it has to be big, because, you know, it could even be a $10 Amazon gift card. You know, maybe we put some sort of cap on it so it's not really expensive for everybody. So we'll have to, sorry, I've got one of my friends who's supposed to be on here texting me. So, you know, let me know whether you guys just want to do individual maybe we just do individual giveaways for the first one, since we're still trying to do a soft opening per se. And then maybe if we want to, the next round or the round after, we can try to coordinate and say, okay, if anybody's purchased, and I would have to, like, I would go, okay, Shannon, did anybody purchase travel from you? And, the other Shannon and Leslie, who purchased? And then we would put those names into a hat, and then that person would win something from everybody. So we can decide to either do that or just do our own giveaways.
Since this is Friday, or at least I think it is,
Yeah.
right? The days all go together. Is Monday, my only question, I guess, going through my head, is Monday too soon to launch this if we only have 12 businesses so far? I mean, would it be better to push it off 1 week? I mean, I don't know.
Well,
what the
so you
optimal-
just joined, but I've been trying to do this for a month. And trying to, you just joined, and I've been trying to do it for a month. And between the
I see.
holidays and stuff, I mean, I've been organizing it for a while. I wanted to start at the 14th. I think it was the 14th, or maybe it was even the 7th, but because of businesses, and I have businesses that I invited in that I thought would be like a Color Street girl, and she's just not getting back with me. In the beginning, she said yes, and now she's not getting any response. So
I have a Color Street person for you.
well, I
if you
did
need
find
one.
somebody. Thank
Okay.
you. I did find
Okay.
somebody. So that's been my frustration, is trying to find good businesses that are engaged and that will, that want to do this and that are ready to post and that are inviting people in. So it's like all these little pieces of the pie that have kind of slowed it down a little bit. So I'm okay with just 12 businesses posting over 12 days just to get us started, because the people we've invited into the group are going to lose interest if we don't start posting something.
Understood.
So
Question. Is it mostly MLM, or are there other handmade businesses?
Shannon is a travel agent, if you can't tell by her background.
Okay, I see that.
Let me tell, we have one person, no, it's not all MLM. We have somebody who's a
Okay.
pet sitter, somebody who makes their own candles. We have a financial advisor. There's somebody who makes wood signs, so it's their own business. It's somebody else that has an Etsy website and they do
Oh,
all kinds of stuff. So
is-
it's a lot of,
Is there
Yeah.
someone else making wood signs,
oh no,
or
that's
just
you.
me?
No.
Okay.
There is, Amber is making wood signs, and then, but you have other stuff as well, correct?
I have a few things.
Okay. All right. So I think you guys were different enough when I looked, and we have
Okay.
different enough, and we have jewelry. The guy, Hackett's, I don't know their real name, is Digital Memories, which is actually kind of cool because I have all these like old tapes and I'd love to get them on something. Beauty Counter, Color Street, Scout and Stellar. So I have a little bit of a mix of whatever. And that's the other thing, is if you have anybody that that has a great business, whether it's a home-based business or whether it's their own, like an MLM, or it's their own, I'm open to, looking into them. So I know it's been awfully confusing because it's just been me leaving voicemail messages and then posting stuff in that admin group. So does this make better sense? And I know I put the link to that other group in there so you guys could look around. So I don't know if you guys joined or not.
Yes, it makes more
It
sense.
does, yes. Mhm.
Okay, is there any other questions or suggestions? I mean, again, I kind of view this as like a soft opening for a restaurant a little bit. Like, that's why I'm okay with just doing 12 businesses, so we can kind of work out the kinks. I also would suggest, like, I'm gonna go in before Monday, or maybe on Monday actually, and just send all of my guests that are in that group a private message and say, hey, the group is up and running, we're having an event. And I'll put something in that group. I'll do a post about how our first event is going to be starting on Monday. The other thing, you know what, let me go grab my January calendar. Hold on, I meant to bring this in here. Okay, sorry, I didn't necessarily want to go first, but I know a few people have mentioned they would feel more comfortable with me going first, just to see how I structured it. So
What is this called, Karen?
support the Facebook group.
No, like what are you calling the event? So at least, I have an idea. Like, what is it? Like shopping event? I mean, like, what do you call, like when you sent your invites out, what did you call it?
It's in, what did I send people?
Oh, it's in one of the groups? Okay. Okay.
It's
I'll
in
get
one
it.
of the, it's in,
I'll
so it's
find
in
it.
the admin group.
Okay, I'll find it.
And I did a post that said, this is what I sent out to people. So you just need to
Okay.
reword it because I said, I'm with a few friends. So you can
Okay.
look for that. I copied and pasted what I sent to people
Okay.
and just change that up.
Okay.
And you could even say in yours now, we're going to be starting on Monday, no pressure to buy anything, and I think people like to support small businesses or businesses that people have, started themselves. Okay, so since you guys are on, does anybody have a preference on a day that they would like to post if we're starting next week?
Not Thursday, so I could do any other day.
Okay.
And I'm out Thursday as well and Friday. I really don't want to go so early.
I know nobody's going to want to go early.
And
I'm gonna make my friend Trish go early. So Trish, when you're rewatching this, you are going to.
Oh, fun.
That's what you get for not being on. And I will also say that I think it is a little bit of work, and some of the information from your businesses may change, especially like Shannon Cunningham, like the things that you're making may change. Maybe travel deals from the other Shannon, like that stuff may change. As far as Juice Plus, I'm actually doing my own private, I made a Facebook group for just the supporting small businesses posts. So I'm actually working on some of those posts that I want to put in there for Monday now. And so that way on Monday, all I have to do is just copy and paste it into there. And I'm not stressing out like, oh my gosh, what am I going to post now, about this? So I'm going to try and, do that a little bit over the weekend. Anybody have, okay, Shannon Cunningham, any good days for you?
I cannot do next Friday. And weekends are not usually good for me either. I don't know if you're
Okay.
planning to do it weekends or weekdays, but weekends are usually pretty busy.
Worse. Okay. Would you be available to do it next Wednesday, the 26th?
I think so. Yeah, I think I can get it together this weekend.
Okay.
So how many posts am I doing? Sorry, I will go back and watch the first 10 minutes.
No,
that I
that's
missed.
okay. It's, you know what, I had talked to somebody where they said between 5 and 10 was a sweet spot. But when I went in preparation for this, that being said, I went in preparation for this, I went back in there and I saw that the Juice Plus person in that group did 17 posts on the last
in one day?
In one day, which I think is,
wow.
I think it's a lot. I'm reviewing all of those posts. I'm kind of making them my own. I don't know that I'm going to do 17. I haven't even looked at all 17. So that's what I'm saying is I think if somebody's sitting there and all of a sudden you're doing 17 posts, I think it might be a little bit much. But you guys get to do whatever you want. If you want to do one post, if you want to do 17 posts, that's your day. So you get to post whatever you want on that day. And just not any other day. But then of course you can follow up with people later on.
Okay.
Okay, so
Karen, can I do Friday?
who just talked? I'm sorry.
Shannon.
Yes.
I know Friday was one of the days that didn't work for others, but I think that would be good for me, kind of gearing up right before the weekend. Sometimes people start thinking about travel plans on the weekend. So.
Well, it's funny. I worked for the newspaper for 17 years and our travel section came out on Sundays. And that's when people, used to, I think they think about that.
Thank you.
Okay. So I'm going to see if my friend Stephanie Fisher, I know she works from home on Thursdays. I'm going to see if that's a good day for her. Anybody? No, I guess we've got Leslie. Is a weekend good for you, or do you want to go into next week?
Yeah, and weekends typically are not good. I've got a big market coming up starting on Monday for a week, and I just don't know what to, I'm just, wrapping my head around that. I don't know how busy it could be. I mean, I just got through doing one and it was really big.
Mhm.
So that's my only concern. I don't know. I'm a little overwhelmed with everything too. So let me go into the Facebook pages, let me read, and then I can figure out something. And let me just talk with my husband. And so we're dividing and conquering, so to speak.
Yeah, that's fine. And again, I don't want you to feel overwhelmed. You've got to do 17 posts. The other
yeah.
thing is, if you guys are in other groups, you can always go in there and search for your posts and pull those posts and just repost them. So instead of trying to come up with something new, you can always repurpose posts that maybe you've done before, if that works.
Yeah, okay.
That might be easy. All right, so I'll try and reach out to, I know some of the people were working and just couldn't make it onto the call. So I'll try and reach out to some of them to see if they can fill in for a day. So, all right, any other questions on how it works? If you guys have, does anybody else have any other suggestions? I mean, we may have more suggestions after the first event, but.
And the event goes from Monday, starting this Monday, for at this point, 12 days. Is that what this event is looking like?
Assuming I've got all the businesses that post. Mhm.
Okay, okay.
And then hopefully next time we have maybe even 20 businesses, you know what I mean? So we'll have to see.
I'm looking at the holiday small business vendor event you sent us. How do you see the post? I only see 2 featured posts.
Are you scrolling down?
Is my computer just being wonky?
Yes.
Like I can't scroll down anymore. Our internet has been in and out all day though, so it may just be me.
Yeah, because I am able to scroll through there and see everybody's. So unless.
Okay. There's Xfinity trucks all over our neighborhood right now, so that's probably what it is.
Maybe.
Okay,
You
I'll try
maybe
again.
look on your phone just to take, you might be able to look on
Okay.
the phone and see
Okay.
a little bit more. All right, any other questions?
I
I'm
don't have
excited
any.
to get this going.
Absolutely. Thanks for inviting me.
Yes, thank you very much. And sorry I'm so late in joining the party here.
Well, I kind of have been stalking some of the other business groups for different kinds of businesses. And that's how I'm reaching out to people. And I'm sure they're like, I don't know who this crazy person is that's, leaving me a message. So, and I think that's the other thing that's been difficult for me too, is I'm reaching out to people I don't know. And so I don't know their work ethic. I don't know if they do this really as a business or if it's a hobby for some of them. So I think that's why I've got a delivery. So my 3 dogs are going to go crazy. No, he got by. So I think that's also been a little difficult for me. So again, if you guys have somebody that is a, small business or in an MLM that works it full time, not just as a hobby, please send me a private message and I'm happy to take a look at the business and maybe invite them to be one of the featured businesses for the event.
Okay.
All right.
Perfect. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you guys for being on and taking the time. I'm going to get this, when I get the recording, I'm going to actually post it in the admin group. And then, if anybody that wasn't able to attend today, if you just have, you can put a comment, like a question in the comments below, but hopefully this answered most everybody's questions. Cause I know I've been getting a lot of messages saying that, it was confusing. Are we posting once a day, once a week? So hopefully this answered questions.
Absolutely did. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you,
All right.
Karen.
Thanks everybody. Have a good weekend.
Bye.
Bye. Have a good day.
Bye.